What's up, everybody? I'm John Hoover. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Man, the sports week from hell just never seems to end, does it? Coronavirus has taken over almost every sports story, dominated almost every angle, canceled every game. I mean, as much fun as it is to watch marble racing, how many times can we watch marble racing on YouTube? Seriously. But believe me, when I tell you guys, there's a lot going on over at sisooners.com, allsooners.com, my new Sports Illustrated website, where we've got 3 to 5 new posts literally every day, whether there's a pandemic going on or not. Don't believe me? I just talked today with maybe the most accomplished athlete in OU history in any sport, Maggie Nichols. She is a gymnastics machine. She's like the Terminator on a balance beam. More on that later on sisooners.com. First, if you want more videos like this, please consider subscribing to this channel and or hit that notifications bell so you will be the first to know when a new video posts. Or, you know the drill, just click the like button, leave me a comment down below, and let's talk. You can also follow me on Twitter at John E. Hoover, or go like and follow my professional Facebook page at John E. Hoover Media. And then there's SI Sooners on Twitter, which is all_Sooners. Simple as that. Allsooners.com as well. So over at SI Sooners, I started this new feature just this week, and I really think OU fans have loved it so far. We don't have any NCAA tournament games to watch since Oklahoma's season was prematurely and unceremoniously ended. Well, there's no March Madness. There's, what do? I'm reliving OU's historic NCAA tournament games this day in OU hoops history, and a new one posts every day at 6 a.m. First up was the 1988 team's NCAA tournament opener against Tennessee Chattanooga. That is the game that launched the unforgettable run to the national championship game, and so I'll obviously have more on that year as we move forward over the next 2 weeks. I've also posted about the 1983 tournament opener, the first NCAA tournament win of the Billy Tubbs era, which Billy Tubbs didn't even participate in. If you've forgotten why, then just head over to sisooners.com. Yesterday's post was about the 2009 game against UAB. Blake Griffin flips out. You remember that one? No? Check it out then. And then today's was about the 2016 team's second-round win over VCU. Buddy Buckets lights up OKC. And when I say posts, you need to know, I'm talking about a fun little recap of the game, the written word, because I'm a writer, right? The importance of the game toward the rest of the postseason, all the context around the game, plus a cool video I've created using the new resources available to me with Sports Illustrated. So please, if you love you some OU basketball, I highly recommend it. Also at SI Sooners, yeah, it's the off-season, and yeah, spring practice has basically been canceled, but you're still going to find tons of football interviews, usually little 2-minute clips or so with Lincoln Riley or Alex Grinch or Jalen Hurts or Nick Basquin or whoever. Today I wrote about what Grinch said about needing more production out of his defensive tackles and how he has really high expectations for the 2 junior college transfers this year, Perrion Winfrey and Josh Ellison. I also put together a really cool slideshow. You're going to want to check this out on Trey Sermon and his career at OU, kind of a Trey Sermon retrospective. You're going to want to see that. It's fun. Okay, speaking of the spring game, you guys already know the headlines on Wednesday. Joe Castiglione went on the Sports Animal, was interviewed by Barry Trammell, and he ended up saying that OU spring game would not be played, canceled. Well, this sucks, right? But see, what had happened was Joe C. was basically saying on air, I don't see any way we could play it after we've canceled all the other spring sports that are actually in season. And, OU has already moved all of its classes for the rest of the semester to online only. So how are you going to practice? How are you going to scrimmage? He basically finished the interview by saying the school would, craft a press release. So hour or two later, yeah, there's a press release. Only Joe C. has backed off that stance. He's left the door open just a tiny little bit, tiny crack to be able to play the spring game. Now, he said it definitely won't be played on April 18th. That's the regularly scheduled date. But in the press release, he used the words, it's impossible to determine right now when or if the game will be rescheduled. I mean, if there's a chance they're going to get this thing in, then OU will do everything in its power to get it in. One reason is they've already made significant plans to unveil Baker Mayfield's Heisman statue, only they said they're not going to do it outside the stadium in Heisman Park like they did all the others. They're going to actually do it inside the stadium during the spring game. First of all, how cool is that? And you say, well, what's the big deal about that? It's just a statue unveiling, right? Well, yeah, Why is that even a part of this? Because Baker Mayfield happens to have a little job that he can't really get out of. He's got a commitment, little thing called the National Football League. He's a quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, and he's kind of tied up most of the year. So any windows that Baker can actually be at OU to attend are very, very small. The commitment window is very small. So, and here's the thing. They've already poured the concrete to set this thing on. I know that concrete's not going anywhere for a while. I get that. But believe me, when I say the wheels have been set in motion on this thing, the sculptor has already apparently been paid. So I'm just saying that's one element. The big one, of course, is all the recruits that Lincoln Riley brings in. Now, I know all in-person recruiting has been shut down by the NCAA until further notice. I get it. If it stays shut down all summer, then that's not going to be anything that OU or anyone else can do anything about, obviously. But if the NCAA does open it back up, then you better believe OU, under Lincoln Riley especially, they've put all their recruiting eggs in the spring game basket. Bunch of guys, not just from the 2021 class, but 2022 are supposed to be there. That's big. It's really big. So to a program like Oklahoma, where football is everything and football recruiting is everything, it's really, really, really big. Where this thing gets a little complicated, even beyond all this, is Big 12 Media Days is set for July 20th, 21st at Jerry World. That's kind of the unofficial kickoff of the 2020 season. Now, a week after that, players start reporting for practice, and then you've got a month of preseason, and then September is here, and the stadiums need to be full again. So what happens if we heard, like what we heard yesterday, that this may be an 18-month shutdown? Can you imagine? 18 months of the absolute crap week that we just went through? I'm telling you guys, I would go nuts. So, basically, sorry, we don't know. We just don't know. We want to flatten this coronavirus curve, no doubt. We need to self-isolate, social distance, quarantine ourselves, whatever you want to call it. And I'm serious about this, because if you guys want football season to get here on time, you better, if you want to get on with your lives, you better shut it down for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Stop going to Florida and partying on spring break. We need to get on top of this, so we will have football again soon enough. That's it for today. Remember, if you like this video, please hit the like button, leave a comment down below, or share it in your social media channels. Tag me. I'll share your share. And don't forget to head on over to SI Sooners, my new website, allsooners.com. And follow me on Twitter at John E. Hoover or on Facebook at John E. Hoover Media. Thanks for watching. See you guys.